Recording in progress.
What's up, folks? What's up, folks? HHRS radio show, man. Today's show is called Three Brothers Miss. That's in reference to what happened over in the Euro Soccer Championships that brought out the people who we knew who were already out. Essentially,
right. No news here.
Nothing new to see here. So anyway, that's kind of what's happening with that. So I'm Moose, a.k.a. Big House. I am not freshly showered, and I can't type. And you know what else? I'm sleepy. So there you go.
It happens.
Other than that, it's a good day. I am eating dinner like I'm just getting finished dinner when we start the show like an adult. I have a little bit of red wine. I have some brisket on my plate and some green beans. I'm eating like an adult. Well, and I do have leftover mousse, which is if you go to Greek's Pizza on 16th Street and order a mousse, you get a pizza in a bowl, man. Some mousse.
Nice.
You're welcome.
I'm eating like a child. I had pizza and water, so.
And I guess I'm eating like a teenager because I had tacos and water.
Hey, that last voice you heard, man, that's the star of the show, the man, the myth, the legend, the one, the only LGZ Baku.
What's good people out there, man?
You all right?
It's good yeah, man. Racism's still alive, man.
And it's foreign, still.
Right.
Because
racism in a pandemic.
Well, somebody was saying, I saw some comedian or something the other day talk about how they marched in United States in 13 countries or whatever, but like, you know, during the George Floyd stuff. And it's like, but don't miss a soccer ball. Like, don't miss a goal in the soccer game. You don't care nothing about George Floyd all of a sudden.
But to be fair, like, you know, we're talking about a small percentage of people that tweeted out stuff. I mean, I don't think the country as a whole feel that way, but like always, we'll take a percentage of people and make it seem like it's everybody. But it's good. It made good for headlines and radio, for sure.
It was all over ESPN this morning, so.
Yeah, I don't watch the Worldwide Leader.
Hey, well, which is ABC Sports. But we'll get into that more in depth in a minute, man. That the female voice you heard, that's the lady of the house, man. The one and only run.
E.M.C.
Hey guys, happy Tuesday. Oh, we're here. And my summer vacation's almost over and I don't like it. So I'm not happy with it. I need to redo.
You only got what, a couple more weeks?
I mean, less than 2 at this point.
I got stuff on my calendar on the 20th. I started working for school on the 20th.
Back at it.
Let's do this.
I don't have to go back quite that early, but I still don't like it. But it's fine. I'll cope with it, and having the heavy hitters will help.
Man, they push them up. I mean, I remember summer vacation was like until after Labor Day.
Yeah.
When they realized we gotta get this paper. We gotta get these kids in school.
Same amount of days.
It is the same amount of days.
Same amount of days.
It's just spread out differently.
Yeah, y'all in like mid-May, right?
Oh, I went till June 2nd.
Okay, so how is it the same days if you go from?
Still 180 days.
We must have gone to school 180 days when we was kids or something.
It's like paper towel math where 8 equals 32.
Wait a minute, so how is it that we started school in June 8th? I mean, September, whatever it was, and got out June 9th. It was 180 days, but y'all go like June 20th and get out June 2nd. Like, I don't get that. And still 180. Wow.
Because it's called a balanced calendar, so we have more breaks for longer periods of time throughout the school year.
Okay. We never got out of school. We got Christmas, Thanksgiving, and that was it. They made sure you go to school the whole time.
You had probably spring break a week.
And spring break.
Yeah.
We ain't had no winter break, no fall break, none of that stuff.
Hey, man. Today's show is called Three Brothers Miss. Again, it's in reference to Euro soccer. We're also going to have brews and reviews. We're going to run that news and any other thing that crosses our minds and paths during the time that we're going to be here with y'all. So sit back, man, and enjoy. Matter of fact, come on in, right? Right?
Come on in.
We said that in a minute. Like this early in the game.
It was weird. I thought we were ending the show.
No, I wish D-Lo was here, man. He switched gears on us. Hey, I tell you what. So, Jizzy, what's new with you? Like, what's going on? What'd you see? What'd you hear? What's something on your mind that you want to chat about today?
It's a great show.
That's wild. It's like he can't hear me or something. Can you not hear me?
I can hear you breaking up.
Run, answer the question.
So what's new with me? So I saw some pretty hilarious comedians this weekend. Several of us went, so we will definitely talk about that during Brews and Reviews. I went to a conference today, me, the pilgrim of the show. I went to Black Expo virtually because they were doing an educator conference, so I did that. And I'm trying to lose weight. Yo, young people, just like don't ever get fat. It's so much harder.
Right, you are. You are like a young person. That's what I don't understand.
I'm not. I'm younger than you guys.
Even the dog growled on that one.
I heard that too. The dog like,
She is growling at me though. It's for sure. Not happy.
The dog was like, burr, 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 burr.
She's mad because there's not a spot for her to sit on the couch. But like,
am I not?
Huh?
I was gonna say, am I not black because I didn't go to Black Expo this weekend?
I'm just throwing out that
Black Expo's not till really. It's this whole week.
I just wanted to say it.
That's the whole week, Jizzy.
Oh, we be online.
Just started.
You got time, so it just started. You still got time.
Okay. I probably still won't go.
Why not, man?
Hey, man. Every time I go down there, them young whippersnappers be down there. They be letting loose. I ain't got time for all that, man. They moved to the Brownsburg.
The free concert is in the free concert's in Claremont.
Yeah, I thought they moved it out there.
Sorry, I had to take care of the barking dog. Crisis averted.
I might go down there just show support. I might go down there, man, just to patronize some businesses down there. Do my part.
I like to hear that. Yeah. All right. So, did you learn anything in your conference about black education there, Ron?
So, you know what? Today was interesting. The one session I got the most out of was about leveling the playing field for earning dual credits as a high school student. So that was really interesting. There was a session about HBCUs, and it was marketed as though it was going to be talking about how to embrace and celebrate and promote HBCUs through the K-12 experience, and that was not it. So I was kind of sad about that. But I did learn some good stuff, but I think the leveling the playing field was probably the most impactful. I'm pretty excited because one of the keynote speakers this year is Dr. Bettina Love, and she's amazing, and I'm excited to hear her speak. So next week I can tell you all about that. I think she's on Thursday.
Tell us what she wrote, like why she's so important.
So Dr. Bettina Love has written several books that are equity-based. The one I'm reading right now that she wrote is called We Want to Do More Than Just Survive. And she relates it back to that education experience. So she brings to light a lot of issues that she had in her educational career and issues that she sees in education still. She's also part of the Abolitionist Teaching Network, And so they do a lot of professional developments as well. It's her and a team of about 3 other people, I believe. So I think she's just super brilliant, and she is a fun personality. And I think she brings a unique experience to the equity conversation, because she is triply a minority. So,
all right, I got a question.
Tell me.
And maybe this is going to sound ridiculous, but when it comes to education of black students, Hispanic students, and white students, and schools that they go to, what's the reason why it's different?
So I don't think the school is what's different. It's the people. So I think that in education, there are a lot of white savior women. Those white savior women entered education to save the black kids, or however they see that role. With that, the way that they save, I'm using finger quotes, the way they save these black children is lowering expectations, giving them a pass on things. So life skills are not learned as well, and there's not high expectations for those students. So when they enter into a program where they may have that opportunity to earn college credit, they're not used to those high expectations. They don't have the skills to meet those, right? It already knocks them down. Then they may or may not go to college. They might not be able to get into college if those expectations have been lowered for them for the last 13 years. So I think in education, we have to do a lot of work of, are we lowering our expectations for our black and brown students, or are we holding them to those same standards that we would hold our white students to? When they walk in the door, do I assume that because this kid is black, that he's not going to be good at reading, but his white peer is going to be just fine? And then do those biases affect my teaching style? Because do I teach more to the white kids and teach less to the black kids? Do I allow black kids to not score as high on things versus their white peers? You can get into gender with that too, but I think more so it's implicit biases with race. It is around gender as well, but I think we see it more in race in the education field. And are we kicking our black students out more? Also, fun fact, while we're talking about education, in case you don't know, in the state of Indiana, there is a test called iRead 3. It's second grade standards given to students in third grade. And that test, they use it to project how many jail cells they will need in the future. They say if a student does not pass that test, then they will likely end up in jail. That is true.
That's interesting.
Very interesting. And who doesn't pass that test? People with special needs, black students that don't have high expectations. I mean, white students that don't have high expectations too. But if you break it down by race, it's more black people that do not pass that test.
What did you get that from a credible source?
Yes.
That relatively new test directly correlates to how many jail cells are going to build in approximately 10 to 15 years.
Well, we've been giving iRead for over 10 years.
Still relatively new.
Still relatively new, correct. But you got to think, those kids that were in third grade the first, second, third time, they're adults now.
10 years ago, they were in third grade. How old are you in third grade? 5, 6? No. Yeah, no, you're about 8 or 9, I guess.
8 or 9?
Yeah, I guess you are. You're right.
So, yes, it's from a credible source. I couldn't tell you exactly where it's from, but I read it in a scholarly article at some point.
Oh, because it's in a scholarly article, it's credible.
But my question is, I guess what I look at is I don't doubt that there's some validity to it. You agree with me? I get that. You ain't gotta beat yourself around. I like the dog to bark and let him know that he listens to me and he understands me. like the whole race stuff, man. I know it's a difference. Like I knew for me, growing up in a predominantly black area in Gary, elementary, middle, and high school, and then going to college, and not only were we not taught, I mean, it was things in college I didn't even seen before, and they talking about, this is covered in like your 10th grade. I never even seen that. Textbooks that they had was even the same textbooks that we had, which was insane in itself. So, I get it.
Well, you have to also think the way schools are funded is mostly from the area around them. So if you live in a predominantly low-income neighborhood and that's your neighborhood school, it's not going to be funded like a higher-income neighborhood school. So that's also a disproportionality that we still see in education. Failing schools get less, achieving schools get more.
But I understand that. But my thing is this: like, we're at the point now where, why are we using textbooks anyway? Like to me, buying textbooks seems kind of ridiculous when I can just literally have an iPad and download the book onto the iPad.
Well, then you have the connection issues, and can you afford to have internet?
If you're a school and you can afford books, you can afford.
I'm not talking school. I'm talking about the students' home lives.
No, I'm talking about at school.
But you need to take textbooks home. So if there's not a physical book, then you've got to take that device home, and you've got to.
No. You don't need internet. You don't need internet to download something have it on a hard drive. You don't need internet. It works without internet.
So you're saying download all your assignments before you leave for the day, and that way you can do them at night?
You do them at home. Like if you download it, if it's downloaded to the device, it's on the device. So you don't need internet to do the homework on the device because the book is downloaded to the device. I just feel like we have technology that we're not using in schools right now. Like the world is so far advanced right now that the way that we learn is not how kids learn today. So why are we still trying to use archaic way of learning that's not going to prepare them how their life definitely going to be in 10, 15 years?
It's changing.
I don't think it's archaic the way that children are learning. I think a lot of changes have been made, but there has to be a balance between technology and raw materials. There's a skill that goes with opening a book, knowing which way to. I mean, in kindergarten, you learn. You turn it.
Run.
Read left to right.
Run.
Yes.
Why are we teaching kids to open a book when they probably would never open a book in their life? In everyday life, everything is done online. Like everything that we do as far as the job is done online. Like physically opening a book is not the way things will, especially like 20 years from now. It really will. If it's bad now, 20 years from now, it'd be far worse than what it is. Like we're not future proofing our kids right now. I think we need to focus more on future proofing them to learn, not let's say hold on to the way we learn because it's different. Everything they need to learn today is how can they be a good citizen in society 20 years from now, which would be light years. We don't know what
that's going to look like, so how do we teach them that?
But you know it's going to be technology. You know that. We know that. Like we know that's going forward.
That's cool.
I think coding need to be an emphasis on learning how to code, learning how to read computer language. Like that needs to be was taught from like kindergarten. Like that needs to be taught. I'm pretty sure they do on some level, but that needs to be the main focus because that's where everything is going towards coding, learning how to code, learning how to read different schematics on the computer. That's where we're headed, man.
Okay, but here's the downside to that. Oh, Moose, can I say this and then you can go?
Yeah, I just want to know what kindergarten is. Anyway, go ahead.
Well, I was just going to say that you have to have teachers that know those things, right? Coding hasn't been around a long time. We don't know those things. And the people that get into coding don't want to make what a teacher makes. Right. So now I not only have to know how to teach, relate to students, be a counselor, be a school nurse, now I got to learn coding?
Yes, because you chose that profession, so yes, you have to. like that's where it's going. Like you have to see the future. Like coding is what is going to change. Is what's going to take the world to the next level. It's like those are the jobs that's going to make the most money. Is coding jobs, tech jobs. That's where it's heading. And trades, like that's where it's going. Like so, we need to like that needs to be the foundation of what kids learning today. And it's not. It should be, but the ones that the kids that are advancing, yeah, they learning it early. The good schools, the real rich schools, yeah, they learning that early. The Asian schools, yeah, they've been knowing that. That's why we're so far behind because we're not learning what's the future going to hold for us. It's
well,
the
that's
reason
also
why
not how the state holds any school accountable. So when you're in a school that's underperforming, there's a huge emphasis on all the academics. So all that other stuff gets pushed to the side.
Right.
If you're a failing school, you can get shut down. Essentially, the state comes in and takes over.
Right, and I'm not saying that. I mean, I know it's a problem. I'm just you know, I don't know. I'm just being armchair psychiatrist, I guess. It's just
fair.
I just feel like a lot of things that we set these kids up for is not what they're going to see. Because hell, it's not even what I've seen from school. Like nothing. Like the things that I learned in school, I apply none of it to what I do today. Like very, very little outside of like math, obviously basic math and that kind of stuff. It doesn't apply to what is relevant in the world today. And I've been out of school. I graduated high school in '96. Been out of college. So if you're talking about 24 years, something like that.
Yeah, 25.
So imagine what the next 25 years is going to be like.
Right.
I mean, so I don't. I mean, I don't have all the answers, but I just feel like that needs to be something that is taught more and is not. Trades and
yeah, I will say I feel like there are opportunities for kids to do that stuff, but not everyone, and you have to give up something else to do it. So, what good is that?
But you know what, though? And I'm not even saying that it's something that maybe is taught by teachers in the school, because like you said, a lot of teachers didn't grow up with the coding. But it needs to be something that where if it's an extracurricular that's offered to them for free, or something has to be offered to them in addition to, and work in conjunction with what they're learning today. Because I mean, we keep saying these are the kids of tomorrow, but they ain't prepared for tomorrow.
Right.
You got China beaming physical objects to space and getting it back whole. Like, what is that about? Like,
they're
how far
into space?
You didn't know that? It's an article. They beamed a physical object from their lab.
Like Willy Wonka?
They beamed a physical object from their lab to their space station. It got there complete, and they beamed it back in its complete form.
Shut up! That's like Willy Wonka when he moves the chocolate bar.
It ain't like no Willy Wonka. It's Star Trek. What are you talking about, Willy Wonka?
No, in Willy Wonka, when they're in, yes, there is a scene of Willy Wonka. He puts Mike TV. He makes him tiny. He puts him in the TV. He beams him. He does.
Yeah.
Mike TV and a chocolate bar.
I'll see how the story. I mean, it blew my mind. Like we're in trouble. Like we so So I mean, it's
really cool. Oh my gosh, am I going to be able to teleport within my lifetime?
Probably.
I'm late to everything. I would be less late if I could teleport.
Here we go. Scientist being. I'll see how the story.
That is so interesting. Huh.
Yeah. Photons. They beamed teleport photons 300 miles into space.
That's crazy.
Yeah. It's insane. Yeah.
Well, whatever skill that is. So
but no, I mean, it's just,
like teleport.
It's. I mean, we all know that the Asians are heavily into education and learning stuff. So I mean, it's no secret that they're gonna take over.
You say the Asians?
The Asian. I don't like singling out because I don't know what people not races are. So I just say Asian to cover the whole gambit.
That's all the way from Russia all the way to...
It's 100% in Russia. I proved that last week.
It's all the way from Russia to where? What's the other edge of that? Never mind. I do not want to get into a geography lesson today. I'm not trying to.
I mean, Indians are Asian too. India,
Yeah.
Anyway, Boots. When I talk, trust me, I know what I'm talking about. I wouldn't just blurt out stuff that I didn't have prior knowledge to, man. I have a plethora of useless knowledge.
I'm impressed with how well you just said plethora.
I mean, I use that word a lot, so it rolls off pretty good. Because earlier you
said math.
Yeah, math.
Kindergarten. That's my favorite.
But here's you know what, Moose? And Ray, here's what's unfair. Like, why is it that black dialect get criticized, but nobody criticizes like New Yorkers for how they talk, or Bostonians for how they talk?
They make fun of them.
They got everywhere you go, you have a dialect of where you from. You immediately know where you from based off how you talk. I didn't realize it until I went back to up north and I hear how people talk. I'm like, yeah, y'all sound different, and I probably sound like that.
So you can hear it even though you sound like them?
I can hear it. I hear it. I'm like, wow, like this is like nobody say "ka." Everybody say "ka," "do."
Like you said,
you sounded the same when you said "car" twice.
So you went back up north.
Back up north, but we don't pronounce R's, man.
Went back up north, man.
Back up north.
I don't know. You guys listen to Have His Radio Show, man. This is a kind of a chill night, man. I kind of, it's not a bad little thing to be a part of. You guys ever want to join us, man? Hit us up on the social media, Facebook, Instagram, all that good stuff. Hit us up, Have His Radio Show, and then what we do is we'll send you a link, and you can join us on the Zoom while we're still Zooming. At some point, I figure maybe one day we'll get together, maybe, although I like having the video. But one day we'll probably get together and do the show like in one space.
I mean, technically we can have a video. All we got to do is everybody bring their laptop and have a camera facing them, and we could be in the same room with just our camera, our little boxes be up.
So what about the mic? You just have one mic up? Is that what you're saying? Like have one mic?
No, we all. I mean, I got a fancy dancy thing. We can plug all our mics into, like how I sound. All our mics can go into the main channel, and we just have our video.
And then just one person, I think, would be unmuted so that there wasn't feedback, but you could still hear it on the video.
No. It breaks it up. It's a multi-channel. But the thing is, the video part, we can just cut the volume off on it because people gonna see the video. That we cut the volume down in our house. We can't hear it, but they can hear it. Our volume is down on the computer. But the sound is going out. We won't get no feedback. Does that make sense?
Well, yes. We probably should have a technical meeting when we're not doing the show. That's what I would think. I don't know about you guys. We have like a production meeting in the middle of the show.
It's simple. I got some setup. I got a nice little setup I'm working on.
His radio show, man. Jeezy is not at the grocery store today. We are happy
I'm not.
about that.
He went earlier today because we clowned him already.
All right, so you know what time it is, man. It's time to run that news.
I have news to run. Yeah. All right, so in true run fashion, the Kardashians are in the news. We're also going to talk about fighting. I have a safety PSA for everyone, and of course racism, because what would run that news be without all of those things? Okay, so the Kardashians. Kim has this undergarment thing. It's like Spanx, but it's not Spanx. It doesn't go as high as Spanx, so I don't even understand why you would use it. I need to suck all that stuff in, not just half my gut, whatever. Anywho, she's now searching for models for her shapewear line. And who is so excited to be part of it? Kate Moss. So Kate Moss endorses Skims, which is a stupid name.
I've heard of that. Okay, I've heard of it. I was trying to figure. I couldn't remember. Yeah, she's on.
Okay. To be honest, Skim is kind of awesome.
Skim, you think that's a good name?
Yeah, it's a good name. Her name is Kim, and you make like skimpy, like small and whatever. Like I like
Makes
that.
Makes me think of skim milk.
Well, that too, but I mean Skims. I mean, she don't put her name in there, Kim. I get marketing. I get it.
That's true.
It's creative.
So, if you only need to suck in half your gut, your lower gut, ladies, Skims are for you. I'm going to stick to my Spanx and waist trainers because I got to cover all of this.
But just realize that one day when he see you naked, he might leave. Don't get mad.
We talked about that at the comedy show. Okay, so there was also a huge fight this weekend. And did anybody watch it?
I did. I had PTSD.
Okay, I kind of thought you might. So
no, I legit did. I legit got anxiety when I saw it. Legit. 100%.
Oh, what? Well, yeah, because you did the same thing. I forgot. Look, I'm just putting all that together.
When he did it, I knew what happened. I was like, "Oh my god, my heart started racing." Everything.
Did you want to throw up a little bit?
Like 100%, yo. Like
you for sure did not kick another BMF to break your leg. That didn't happen. That's not. You didn't do the same thing.
But to see his leg do what it did, it was like, yeah, mine did that.
Yeah.
Nice.
And I actually got therapy like next week.
Physical therapy or mental therapy?
You going to see EAP?
No. I go see a therapist for real.
That's what I say.
I get anxiety. I legit get anxiety, man. When I see people fall, I legit get that. Yo.
For a long time, I can only semi-relate to this. For a long time after I broke my arm, I would not wear heels because I was so scared to be off the floor even a little bit because all I did was jump up and fall.
Yeah, legit.
And snapped it in half. I wouldn't do it.
If it's wet outside, like I legit have trouble like trying to walk. I'm like, man, this shit is...
put your arms out?
It's bad. Moose laughing. Think the guy in mental health's laughing at the guy who having mental health issues. I appreciate it, Moose.
I'm not laughing.
You smiling at your face. Like, you're so happy right now.
I'm not happy. The front, I will say, have you ever seen a cat with socks on when they walk? That's what I think of Jeezy with a cat with socks on. Like he just be like, oh my gosh, I'm so nervous.
Thanks for making me feel good, Moose. I expect nothing less.
All I was doing was smiling.
Big! You ain't smiled that big since we started the show. He was like,
proud of you for getting mental health counseling.
I am happy for you, man, as a black man in somewhat of the public eye, and you decided to get mental health, and you said it out loud. That's huge, man. So I was celebrating with you.
That is big.
It's legit, yo.
I was just celebrating with you, man. I mean, it is July, so there ain't gonna be no ice or nothing on the ground. But I mean, whatever, man. You know what I'm saying?
But it does rain almost every day, so
that is true.
All right, here's the thing, though, Jeezy. Don't let Floyd Mayweather know that you're having some issues over this because, man, people clown you hard on the internet because he decided he was going to take a picture of Conor McGregor, like he's sitting in a chair, and I don't know if Mayweather did the photoshopping or if he had someone photoshop it.
He did not Photoshop. What
matters is that his ankle's bent over and his like shoes off to the side, and the caption said, "Y'all got it twisted. I like how his shoes fit. Now do the stanky leg."
You know what? That's funny. And the thing is,
dang.
That's it. But know what though? Conor, you gotta be able to take that smoke, man. You talk about
right. When you talk that much pineapples, you gotta be ready for it.
You gotta be ready for it, yeah.
Look, and quick little safety PSA. That's what we call karma. But just be careful.
How you gonna tell that man his wife in his DMs, yo?
Yeah.
I wonder if it was true though. She probably was. I mean, women can be shady like that. I mean, I need to see screenshots, Conor. I need to go ahead and go the Michael Rappaport route. Show me the screenshots, yo.
Well, right now he's busy rehabbing his leg, so it might take a little while.
Having his old lady in his DMs, yo. Which I wouldn't doubt. Like, everybody's gonna that's a 0% chance, but you must not know women. It's a chance.
It's true. That is very true.
Yeah, I mean,
another safety briefing for everyone. This I love people. Okay, so this person in Ohio got pulled over for speeding. Well, he also had weed on him, so he was like, "I got to get rid of this because I'm about to get busted for weed." When really I was just speeding. So he tried to swallow it, Don't worry. Then he started choking, and the officer had to give him the Heimlich. I mean, how many more ways could this have gone wrong? I mean, okay, don't answer that question because there's a lot of other ways it could have gone really wrong. But don't try to swallow your weed. I don't know. Feel like it wouldn't go down very easily.
Okay, I feel like this needs to be a game show called Black Crime or White Crime. Like, we need to guess.
Okay.
We need to guess the rave. We need to play Guess the Rave show.
you know.
I already know because I saw this story, and I'm gonna not. I'll even give you the suspect's name.
Well, not yet. So,
Okay.
Moose, based on what we got, swallowing some marijuana. Is it a black guy or a white guy?
Let me see. As I think about judging from the information that we got, I think he is a pilgrim.
Okay. Ron, where in Ohio was this?
It was in Portage County.
I'm right.
I'm gonna go around. I'm gonna go pilgrim as well.
Yes, correct. Pilgrim. Stephen Elash.
Yay!
He wasn't wearing a seatbelt and he was speeding, and it turned way worse.
So I you know what? I had a whole different game show. I had a whole different one, guys, and I'm not sure if this would even make sense. All right. How you doing, folks? This is Moose, a.k.a. Big House. And we just heard a story on Run That News where a young man swallowed some marijuana when he was in trouble. My question to you is, if you're given in the same situation, which hole would you use? Jeezy, go.
I'm for sure gonna try to swallow it. Pause.
Outstanding. And run, EMC. Once again, which hole will you use?
I don't think I'm going to put it inside my golden box of gratitude, but I think I'm going to put it close to it. I feel like that'd be the easiest. Just a little tuck.
All righty.
Not like a full insertion, just like a little tuck.
All right. Folks, there you have America's funniest game show and funnest. Which hole will you use? All right.
That was a good time.
Thanks.
I wish you would have answered, Moose.
You're for sure going in his mouth.
Yes. Or you know what? So sometimes when you're a bigger fella, man, you might be able to use your tank too, man. You can tuck it up in your tank.
I'm not going nowhere near that hole.
You can just use your tank. You can use your tank.
You can use your fupa.
I thought that's where we were going to. Like you just tuck it under a roll.
You put it in your tank.
I thought we were going there too, but he immediately went to asshole.
I said tank. I'm in the middle of both of them.
You close.
I'm not in it though. And that's a good hitting area.
You said what hole you gonna use? I'm gonna have to swallow. I'm gonna have to swallow that thing.
That's true.
But
okay, I apologize. I would swallow. Yes, I would. I would put it in my mouth.
But my question is, isn't weed legal in Ohio?
I don't think so. I saw some on the news this morning. They did not mention Ohio, but it could be. I'm not sure. Maybe medical.
I think medical.
Not.
Maybe medical.
Yeah.
But the thing is, are you not going? But what's the most? I mean, how much? If he swallowed it, he didn't have a lot of weed.
Well, so I watched the dash cam video, and what I saw him then excreting, if you will, was like a bud. And it was probably, I don't know, an inch tall.
Yeah, he's an idiot because first of all, the cop.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Ryan. I'm listening.
I will say if it was in a plastic baggie, probably would have been easier to swallow than like just the flour.
That's true.
How about just put it in the glove compartment and get a copy of license and registration?
True. The console.
But weed makes you paranoid. Yeah, weed makes you paranoid, so I get it.
I just feel like there's a lot of other options that could have not resulted in having the officer who's pulling you over give you the Heimlich.
Or just go ahead and take that L, man. You just understand that you don't get fined and might spend a weekend in jail. That's about it.
If it was any time in the last 6-8 months to a year, the officer would have saw that one bud, he would have threw it down, he would have stepped on it, he would have went on, gave him a speeding ticket and walked on, probably.
And walked on.
He probably wouldn't even have cared nothing about it. He probably would.
And if the dude was really kind, he might have just got off with a seatbelt ticket, which no points against your license and like $25.
Right. Donezo. But like you said, he must have been annoyed. All right, Ryan. What else we got in the news?
New Jersey is racist, and we knew this, but so this man went on this rant, like in this black guy's face, insane. I don't even really know what prompted this whole exchange, but the dude was arrested, and now, because they live in a bougie neighborhood with an HOA, the HOA is having additional police come because this dude's about to get out of jail, and they think there's going to be a bunch of protesters in their neighborhood. So they're going to.
Oh, it's about that one video.
The guy out of the community.
It's about the one video where the guy was talking all that crazy stuff, and then the people showed up. He gave his address, and they showed up.
Yep.
That's the case. That's the case. That you need to know where you live at. Like, you don't live in Montana, so you can't talk like that with people. Like New Jersey has a lot of black people.
Know your audience.
Know your audience. They will show up. Like, oh yeah, you think you ain't gonna do?
Right.
Oh, that's why I stayed. All right, you got Newark, you got all that right there. Hell, Baltimore, New York, all the what? For real? How long have we been there? 20 minutes? Let's ride.
Yeah, they'll ride. They'll ride for sure.
Listen, don't swallow weed and know your audience.
I don't understand.
Know where you live at.
I don't understand why.
True. Know the laws.
Like these days, you say something like that, and you like in trouble like that. They'd be in front of your house at 4:30 in the morning, sending donuts to your house and ringing bells and banging drums and stuff in front of your crib.
Come on, man.
Calling
you gotta know where you live, man. Know your demographics, man. Just because your neighborhood gated and predominantly Pilgrim don't mean the surrounding areas is.
Right.
Yeah. And why was he arguing with the dude? I didn't see the whole story.
I never saw the beginning.
Yeah.
And then, that's the messed up part. It could have been his fault. Could have been the brother's fault. We don't even know. But since we saw, the brother was like, man, chill, man. I ain't got. So we automatically think he didn't have nothing to do with it.
All right. Let me ask y'all this, because it seems to be there's a lot of this going on in the last 3 or 4 years where you have these episodes where Karens and Chads getting these informations, like getting in the face of ethnic people, and like having these mental breakdowns when people are like, yo, what are you doing? Like there was one where the lady was in this grocery, she was in a shopping store and just like had this full on breakdown.
Temper tantrum.
I'm like, that's mental health at this point. Like, yo, like what is wrong with you? Like, you can't control yourself?
Did you give her a
She's
card?
screaming. I know, right? Here you go. See how they say one thing, it's like come out the closet with you moves. I had all kind of jokes.
What are you talking about?
You said, did I give her a card?
I mean, because you got to be able to help people, man.
See.
All right, my bad.
No, I'm playing.
Black men, go get your mental health. I mean, we're gonna have fun with it, but make sure you take care of it.
Man, you know I'm not that sensitive. But yeah, I don't understand. Like they had the one lady. Now this was like Pilgrim on Pilgrim crime, but the dude was getting a lot of Amazon packages. So the lady went in his mailbox and took his Amazon package. It was like, you get a lot of packages sent to your house. I need to know why. What? Are you kidding me? And like, he took the box from her. He like snatched the box and she fell on the ground, was screaming and yelling like, you hurting me? Like, what is this?
That's nuts, man.
This is crazy. If you ever do that.
Say what?
If you ever do that, I know you have officially been switched out. You're a clone.
That's right.
Yeah.
That is right. It will never be the real me. Also in racism. Hey,
so I got a question for you guys. Like, so, D Big Sis got something stolen from Amazon, right? and Amazon gave her money back. But look, they gave her money back in Amazon dollars. Like, you know what I mean? She can't spend it. They gave her like Amazon credit instead of giving her like, cash back in her pocket. What you guys think about that?
It makes sense because you don't want, if that's the case, then everybody will do it.
Do what? I mean, it got stolen. It wasn't, it wasn't her.
I mean, yeah, but you have everybody like saying my stuff got stolen just to get real money back.
I'm with you now.
Yeah,
I'm with you.
They had their friend come steal the package, keep the product, and then be like, so Amazon like, no, you still gonna spend your money on Amazon stuff.
Right, you still gotta spend it with us.
Right.
I remember one time I owed somebody some money, man. Like, I owed them like, a substantial amount of money, and they was like, well, how you gonna pay me? I was like, Amazon. I know your Amazon. And they was like, I don't think so. Could you imagine putting like $5,000 on somebody's Amazon account?
Or you could bird feed them.
I don't like that. I remember I told you that dude was doing me like that. Is that where you got that from? Yeah, man.
Yeah,
man.
I love it.
He was bird.
No, I gave you a solid 100. I want a solid 100 in return.
I want a solid 100 back the same day.
The same way I gave it to you.
Right.
I want it back.
Right. No,
I don't want 5 today, 10 tomorrow.
And I gotta count it. Then it's gonna be a dispute when it's about 80, 85. You be like, I gave that to you.
Right.
I'm like, nah, dog. You for sure didn't. Yes, I did.
We know how it worked. The last 20, you can forget about it.
You can forget it. He said, I gave that to you, dog. Like, nah, dog, I've been waiting 2 years for my last 20 for my 100.
For my 100. I ain't charging no interest.
Right. Come on, man. Look, dude, how you done seen him drinking beer? That's the first thing that pisses me off. Somebody owes you a little piece of change, and you look and you see him drinking beer like on Instagram or something. Like, how they got money for beer?
Right.
On vacation.
Vacation.
Can't stand it.
Like, no, you better not go nowhere until you pay me all my money.
Hey, man, pay my money first, dog. You know what I'm saying?
I got a situation. I purchased a weapon from somebody. Paid them cash for the weapon. They wrote me the receipt. Then, about a week ago, this person hit me up, was like, yo, man, I need that back. I get your money back. Like, I'm like, no, I don't want to sell it. So, I'm like, well, you got to pay me interest. Because the value has gone up since you gave it to me.
Damn, you a cold-blooded buddy.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Or him?
You.
Me?
You cold-blooded, you charging interest?
Yeah, I'm going to charge him interest, dog, because I bought it from you at a price, but now the value has gone up. And I never agreed to sell it back to you. Like, why you want it back?
Well, that's the conversation you should have with your friend. Like, what's going on? Like, you in trouble?
Yeah.
Is it hot?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So now I need the interest. He was like, well, I'll pay you $50 for the bullets. Like, no, I'm taking the bullets stuff because bullets cost. So the bullets coming out. They're not part of the return package.
Were they in there when you got it?
No, I'll put my bullets in there, so they coming out.
That's funny.
So I'm kind of salty, but I was like, you know what? I don't even want to hear no arguing, no crying, So I give it back to you, man. I just go buy another one.
So you sold it back to him?
No, not yet.
But you going to?
But I will. Yeah, I'm going. I'm gonna be nice. I mean, I don't want to be a dick.
You know
I should be, but I'm not.
No, pineapples, but it's better to not be a dick, man. Seriously.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
So,
heavy as you listening to, man. What's that?
No, I'll be nice and sell it back.
Good job. Hey, all right. What else you got in the news, man?
In Charleston, they are taking down the Robert E. Lee statue, and people have a lot of feelings towards it. Some of the people
Why is that?
Happy to see it coming down. Others are mad. People that are happy are like, because this exhibits racism and blah, 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 blah. But then the people that want it to stay are like, but it's history, blah, 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 blah. So they're taking it down in the common area where it currently is, and they're going to move it to a museum. Or at least that's the plan.
All right.
They started work on it yesterday.
All right. Here's my stance on that.
I can't call him, man.
I believe the statue should stay. It should be there. It represents
you all right? What you up to?
a bygone era. It represents a time where people won't forget, but it's history. And people always get mad when people say, well, they're trying to rewrite history. Well, if you let them, by taking these statutes down, they are rewriting history. Yeah, not yet. You know, so you can't have it both ways. You can't get excited when they remove symbols that used to be race that acknowledge racism, and then say they're rewriting history. You can't argue both sides. Like this, it has to stay. Like, no, that's what it is. I will maybe change the bottom, the plaque, change the plaque, and say who he was and what his stance was. I mean, change that, but the statute should stay. Like, we gotta act like this stuff didn't happen, yo.
Yeah,
like it happened. It for sure happened, and we need to be reminded that it happened. And let's not act like it didn't happen.
I hope I didn't mess the show up. I just thought of something. So I also have a professional setup like Jeezy does, right? Except mine doesn't hang you can't see my microphone off to the side. And in the vast exodus of multimedia events like we do, I can mute myself on that screen all day. But if I don't turn this mic off, I still come through the show, like whatever conversation I'm having is still coming through the show. I'm like, oh, what's up, cuzzo? Yeah, I'm doing the show. Yeah, oh, that's cool. I'm on mute. And it dawned on me that I'm on a mic. I'm not. They got nothing to do with the show.
So you in the podcast side, they hear all your conversations.
They hearing everything. I'm glad I'll be like, yeah, Jesus a dick, man. Nah, he can't hear me. He can't even read my lip. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. Oh, that's so funny, man. That's very, very funny.
Oh my gosh, I love it.
I just put it together. So, folks, when you listen to the show, you've already heard it now. You're like, what is Moose doing? Moose is not very smart electronically. Because I didn't have STEM when I was in school back in the 80s. Because STEM wasn't even a thing. They were building children bigger, faster, stronger, and they were doing the 3 R's. Listen to me. The 3 R's, reading, writing, and arithmetic. What? Yeah. That's for sure an A.
Well, writing is a W.
That too. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? We missed the second one because the third one was so damn stupid.
Right. Oh, that's funny.
I wish my mom was here because I got to tell her that. Cause I just got that from her. She goes, why did they say arithmetic? It starts with an A. We didn't even think about the W.
Because it was, right, the third one was so absurd.
Daggone it.
That's how it goes, man.
It's been 40 years I've been pissed off about that. And I'm Mr. W.
I'm really sorry that I, brought those feelings out tonight. I didn't mean to.
Look, I'm going to be sitting out Jeezy on the porch here in a minute. Stogie in hand.
Contemplating life,
man. And by the way, the other day, I fell asleep without brushing my teeth, Jeezy, at night. And when I woke up, I smoked a stogie and drank some red wine. I looked like one of them Efferdent commercials, dog. You know how them teeth be all messed up? I was like, what in the world? Man, I scrubbed. My arm almost caught a cramp. I was brushing my teeth for so long.
Okay. First of all, this is a new development. When did you start drinking red wine?
I know, man. I've been 2 weeks bourbon free, doc. 0.
So I mean, what sprung on the red wine?
Man, you know what? So here's the thing. I'm a man of a certain age, and I had some ailments going on. My check engine light came on, and so my check engine light came on, man. So I had to, I went to the Sawbones, man, and had him check me out. Had him hook me up to the machine. You know what I'm saying? Came back. Everything was pretty decent, but it was like, you got to cut this out. Trim this down. Let's test this for a couple weeks, see how you feel, type thing. And so I put a lot of stuff down, man. I don't eat garlic, not much salt. Of course, I was already off the gluten. Very little fake sugar, like sorbitol, aspartame, all that kind of stuff. They're like real sugar, but I eat monk fruit anyway. And then, I put so much stuff down, dog. And and don't get me wrong, I feel better, but I wanted to have a sip or whatever, and on my it's called low FODMAP diet. Mm. And so on there it says something about, like after your little cutout phase, you can have like red wine. It actually said vodka and tequila too, but I wasn't trying to jump back in, going from zero.
But red wine, a glass of wine is actually good for you, from my understanding.
Hey man, I tell you what, man, it does me. It does. You know what? I still like it. It gives me the taste. It gives me the chill factor I've been looking for. You know what I'm saying? So I may not ever go back to bourbon because bourbon sometimes sit with you the next day. You know what I mean? Where this red wine so far, I wouldn't even do myself like that. You know what I mean?
I've been on this gin kick lately.
I don't like. I'm not a fan of juniper beer.
It's called espresso. It's pink. It's purple. Purple gin was actually magenta. Man, with a fresca.
Did you just say?
Hold
on. So
magenta.
I'm gonna say this.
Magenta is on the same scale as purple, right?
In the same conversation, I don't ever want you to say I'm from Gary, and then say the drink I drink is magenta gin with a fresca. Like that just don't even go together, man.
Dude, it is amazing. It is amazing. It's an amazing drink. Man.
If you were a superhero, you'd be the assimilator because you ain't nothing. You straight out of Gary now. You might as well drink a Truly.
It's Truly. No, I'm not doing that. But yeah, the gin, and I'm not a gin person. What the hell you doing, Ryan? You starting the car?
I'm hip, or in the shower. That's what it sounds
like. Well, we got an exotic run in.
Like, I gotta take a shower right now, but I'm still gonna stay on the show.
Right.
All right. Anyway, man. So tell me about this fancy drink you've been sipping on.
No, it's called espresso gin, and like I said, I mix it with a fresca, and it tastes. Man, it's money, bro. I mean, it gets you there too.
Don't say it's money, bro. Don't say it's money, bro. When you say you drink a fresca and whatever that fancy.
It is delicious, man. Like for real. And I don't like gin like that.
Yeah,
I like that. I like that. To the point where I drink a bottle, and I don't drink.
Right.
I drank like a bottle in like 2 days.
Oh wow, you was sipping.
And I don't drink like that.
Yeah, you don't drink like that, yeah.
Yeah, and I was sauced. Sauced, man.
That's funny, man. That's funny.
I was sauced up.
You supposed to
Ron got the fresh poop look.
So I was washing my hands because I got spray tan earlier, and I have learned that if I let the color develop on my hands, then my hands look ridiculous. So I had hit the time post spray tan that I needed to wash my hands.
Yeah. You know what I'm against going forward in my whole entire life? I do not want another pilgrim man or woman to come off vacation and be like, "Oh, look how dark I got," and put their arm up next to mine. I'm gonna make the whole scene super uncomfortable right as soon as it happens. I'm gonna be like, this dude did to me. This dude did to me not too long ago. I said, man, but the pain and suffering didn't come with yours like it came with mine.
Oh man, or you should say your life matter.
The brakes hit like a mug, boy. I'm sorry, what you
or they do that, be like, man, send me your credit score dropped too, then, huh? Have you been denied a loan too?
Right. I bet your zip code changed, didn't it?
Right. Your life mattered too, huh?
Man, that was a good one. Jeezy's back, folks. Jeezy is back. I think that's the winner. When a dude puts it on like, oh, your life matters now too. Oh my gosh, that's the winner, man. That is the winner. So, do you like February? Look, and now I won't be able to.
I like yours, dog. No, yours gonna say, did it come with the pain and suffering? Right.
Look, yours was nicer. You're like mine like messed up the whole mood. It was like, hey, I drank pina coladas and I did this. Look at my arm, and I'm like, yeah, they come with pain and suffering. Like,
right.
All of a sudden, right? All of a sudden,
you got any whip marks on your back.
That's how you get. See, I should have went there. Is your back still unscarred? Is your back unscarred?
Right.
Man, that's funny, man. Yes. So please, folks, if you know me or you know somebody that knows me, don't come on vacation in the next week. Like you probably getting back now. You getting back now on vacation. I'm about to see you. Do not put your arm next to my arm talking about, look, I'm about your same color. No, you're not. No, you're not. Although I didn't come out the womb with mine either. I was soaking it. You know what happens when you're soaking all that water?
All that water.
Look, I went out to California and came back and never changed. Never changed, man. All right, guys. So, Ron, what else you got?
That's the news for this week. Yeah, it's only been 7 days since I saw you guys last, so there's not as much to cover.
You tripping? Hey, today's name of the show is Three Brothers Miss. Jeez, you want to give us a little bit of background on that joint?
Well, basically, the Euro Cup was this weekend, and it was Italy versus England. It was all tied up, so it went down to penalty kicks,
which is a huge match.
So when the penalty it was probably one of the biggest matches in their world, not ours. We didn't really care. But apparently, during the penalty kicks, the last three guys that kicked was all like black guys, and they all missed for England.
They was brothers.
So the outrage in England was typical.
That's funny.
So
I tell you what, Jeezy, it was so bad that the what's the prince's name? The one that can be king.
Oh, it's
Charles is William. So William got on Twitter, man, a clown. He said some word I've never even heard of about how he felt about him. It was worse than deplorable. You know what I mean? Ron, you should probably look it up. I can't even remember what word it was, but he said something about how the malfeasance of the underprivileged. I don't know what he said, man. I was like, whoa, I had to look that word up. Now I can't even remember because it's not in my wheelhouse. But when he comes out, because that's very uncharacteristic of the Crown, man, to come out and say something about any of that stuff. Like they trying to stay here, but he's like,
wait. So he came out and made a comment about the three black guys missing.
No, about the people, about the reaction of people calling them racist.
Oh,
okay. He tweeted, "I'm sickened by the racist abuse aimed at England players after last night's match. It is totally unacceptable that the players had to endure this abhorrent behavior.
Bam!
It must stop now, and all those involved must be held accountable. W."
Abhorrent.
For William.
Abhorrent, and I'm gonna start putting the M because I think that's cool. Or I might use a small first letter and a large last letter. That's what I'm doing. All right, anyway.
Love.
All right, so abhorrent. The heck? People need to stop having abhorrent behavior. But when I say this, it makes a whole different meaning. You need to quit acting abhorrent. Like, what do you think? What's the first thing you think when I say abhorrent?
Horny or something.
What's the first thing?
Watch it.
What's that?
It sounds like you're saying a porn.
See, and I'm saying it, and when I say it, I'm like, what is that abstinent whore over there? You know what I mean? Like, that's what I'm thinking, like, abhorrent. She's not even whoring right. She's abhorrent.
Oh my gosh.
Right.
People on Twitter, though, had a heyday with this because when Meghan Markle did her interview with Oprah, she talked about the racism that she endured from the royal family. And so people were responding to him with some pretty quality things. Like Jenny, what's her name on Twitter? She says, "This is
wait, hold on. I want you to remember that, but why would you get on and have the word, like the most boring Twitter handle in the history of Twitter handles?
Well, in all fairness, her actual handle is Jenny.
I wish I had the crickets queued up. Anyway, go ahead.
So Jenny says, "That's rich. Your entire family stayed silent while Meghan Markle received racial abuse from British press." And then Tinkerbell Fernando. Where you at on that one, Moose? Tinkerbell Fernando.
You know what? He can have his own lifestyle. As long as I get the rainbow back, I don't care nothing else about it. But I will tell you the difference. So and Jesus is gonna love this. How come I can't be mad at my black sister-in-law who I don't like her attitude? It ain't got to do with I don't like my sister-in-law. No matter if she black or white, I just don't like her. Right? What's the difference? I can like my sister-in-law who happens to be black and still be mad at racism. I don't like her attitude, not her skin color.
But what if you don't do anything about the racism she's enduring while living with your family?
Well, the thing is, man,
we didn't hear it.
The thing is, if I don't like you, that's why I think it's missing all this. Sometimes people just don't like you, regardless of what you look like. I just don't like you. So if I don't like you, I'm not going to defend you because I don't like you. So I'm not going to say nothing. I don't like you.
My name is Paul. That's between y'all. That's the approach they took. Like, we don't like her either, y'all.
I also feel like it could be because she's an American.
It could be. It could be.
Throwing it out there as an option. In the British royal family,
there's an American.
She's the first American.
She can't be the first American.
To marry into the family?
I don't think she's the first American.
Yeah.
So we should make a movie of the Meghan Markle story called Three Strikes. The Meghan Markle story. You black, you got a bad attitude, and you
also,
American.
I mean, also, what if she's pineapple's a bitch?
That's my point, and I don't know if she is or not.
Hollywood actress, she might be.
She might be. I'm not.
We don't know her, and we don't know her, and we are not throwing shots at Meghan Markle. Well, we are a little bit, but we don't mean to be hurtful because we're not sure. But all we're saying is the prince can say, "Hey guys, don't be blatantly racist against these brothers that miss penalty kicks and what do you call them? The English players. That's what I like about it. The players from England. You know what I mean? He didn't say the black players from England like they would have said here in the United States. He said the English football players.
Moose, he got another word for you. That's a very poignant point you just made there, sir.
Oh, look at us, man. I was not being abhorrent. I wasn't.
Yeah. No, I said a poignant. You made a poignant point.
No, I'm with you. I want to say these words as much as possible.
He said the English player. He didn't say the black English player. He didn't label them. He just said, no, the English players miss penalty kicks.
Right. They miss penalty kicks, and that you're being abhorrent.
He didn't call them the African English players.
He did not say none of that. There was no separation. That's what makes me think. That's what makes me think Meghan must have an attitude problem.
But Moose, as soon as you tell one black person, "Hey man, I'm just an American." "Oh, you Uncle Tom." Like what? Wait a minute, what? Like
right.
Wait a minute. So if I was in England, I would be just an American. Everywhere else in the world, I'm an American.
Right.
No matter, I'm just American. Are you one of them Western? You a Yankee or whatever?
Right. Whatever they say. Right.
Yeah, but here I gotta have that little hyphen in front of where I'm from.
I'm not doing it. As a matter of fact, the neighborhood I was born in, it don't even claim the city or the state. It says the neighborhood and USA behind it.
Yeah.
It does say that.
And there's signs as you enter into into the land. It says the neighborhood, comma, USA.
That's it, yeah.
What did you say, Ron?
I will also say, I'm going back to Prince William. I think it'd be easier to condone racism of the people whom you oversee as their leader versus, I don't know, your grandmother, your great-grandmother, your third uncle that has everything to do with you taking the throne.
Yeah, but Ron, he don't oversee these people. I mean, he's just a symbol. He has no power at all. Like
he does over Cambridge.
He doesn't be like, "I condone this man's death by beheading," and they go to the village.
Is that what he sound like?
Beheadings in England.
Is that what he?
Is that my English accent?
That was a straight English. That's Englishman that been living in Gary for 15 years.
All right, that's like Harry gonna sound.
Right, that's funny, man. That's funny. Hey, David's radio show. I mean, one day he will be king. That's the part that I don't like, though. Like he's in line, right? And then his children jumped in front of his brother.
Correct.
That's messed up, man. And what about that cousin that was at the funeral? That was
but
walking in between them?
But hold on, what about the woman? What about Queen Elizabeth is married to a man and he can't be king?
Nope. Oh boy.
So ladies, you need to realize this. Only kings can make queens. Queens can't make kings.
Ooh.
Just remember that. Ron, I know you hate it, but it's true.
You know what?
I don't live in England.
Yeah. And also...
What it also means is that you can be a queen by your damn self.
Are my eyes going bad, Jeezy, or is your camera getting more and more foggy?
I'm about to cut my light on. Oh, okay. And real quick,
I was tripping. I'm like, man, what is the
real
matter
quick?
with
We need to stop with the kings and queens stuff in general because queens and kings don't have jobs.
They got the easiest job in the world. Just be.
Yeah.
What do you say, monarchical?
So Natasha
Majestic?
working at Starbucks can't be a queen. Don't go around. I'm a queen, black queen. No, you're just a black person. Let's stop.
How come she can't be a queen?
Because she got a job. She pay bills. She pay taxes. Kings don't pay taxes. Queens don't pay taxes. Also, ladies, stop saying you want a king because a king don't take orders from nobody, not even the queen. You have no say. And also, the king has a harem. Every last one.
I would tell you this too, man. Like, they say that the king's throne symbolizes his mother's lap. Did you hear about that?
I did not hear that. That's some deep psychology right there. Hold on, put this light on.
That's pretty crazy, man. So, I mean, I don't know. I don't think it matters necessarily. But, I mean, you know what? Shout out to W. Shout out to W for speaking up for the brothers. But here's the thing, though. Like, they seriously take their sports way more seriously than we do over here.
Way more.
But,
Moose, can I interject for a moment? Your shadow you got going on behind you with that hat, when you hit the certain shadow, you can see your little string. Yep, right there. It reminds me of Aunt Mary Poppins when she goes to meet Dick Van Dyke when he's doing his sidewalk art and he traces her hat with her flower. You got a Mary Poppins vibe going on over there.
Folks, if you go to the YouTube channel, Heavy Hitters Radio Show, and you watch this show, I usually wear hats, but this is like an all-white hat with a string in front. I do not have a Mary Poppins vibe, but I guess if you look on the shadow behind me, since I am
your shadow is very Mary Poppins vibing.
Since I am doing the show up under the stairs like the Hobbit, I guess I do have that kind of going on.
It just made me think of Mary Poppins.
That's the same way you say when somebody says sending photons to another place, and you go, "Oh, like Willy Wonka." No, it's not like Willy Wonka.
It is like Willy Wonka. I need somebody out there who's listening to message Moose on Instagram and say, yes, in Willy Wonka, not the one with Johnny Depp, not Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, in Willy Wonka, they transport a giant chocolate bar into the TV, and then they change Mike TV, and then he goes home tiny in his mom's purse.
No. I wouldn't even listen. I was looking on Instagram because...
Well, I'm glad you were looking at Instagram because somebody needs to come to my rescue and tell you that's real.
That sounds ridiculous. That China is
I've
going.
never seen Willy Wonka.
China. So what are you going to tell me? China's going to emulate Willy Wonka over Star Trek or Star Wars or Battlestar, like any sci-fi flick. Like what? Let's do it like Willy Wonka. No, it never happened.
Okay, but here's the thing. I'm making. It's not a text to self because this is not technically a text. I'm making a story, a news story to self connection. I'm making my connection here, and my connection is to Willy Wonka. Your personal connection could be to Star Trek, but my personal connection is to Willy
Wonka. If you say so.
Personal connection.
Your personal connection?
Yes. Someone else is going to come to my rescue, even if it's one of my friends. They're going to say, yep, personal connection to Willy Wonka. I'm here for that.
You think so, huh?
Yeah. What else is happening on our Instagram? Anything?
Man, we are dark.
Where's Big Gates?
I have no idea. He's not on here, though. That's for sure.
Is he okay?
Yeah, no, he sent a message last week. I think I'm looking in the right spot. Maybe I'm not looking in the right spot.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah.
Well, while you look for that,
yeah. So look, last week at about 11:15, he was like, "What? Y'all had a show? About damn time." LOL.
That's fair. Now he's missing us tonight.
Nope, nothing tonight. We're quiet tonight.
Boo.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh no, that was last week. That was the black females. The black females talk little girl send us something. What's her name? What do we call her? Betsy? I forgot it. Why did I forget her name all of a sudden?
Nancy?
Fancy Nancy. Yeah, that's it.
When we muted her? Well, we didn't. Moose muted her.
Oh, hey guys, Big Gates is here. He just sent a message through Instagram and said, "I'm here." LOL. Big Gates, man, we sorry, buddy. We done let life get in the way, man. The show, and then you know what? Next week probably behind the scenes, man, because I'm about to retire from messing with these cats, man.
You catch us on VHS.
I'm going VHS.
No, VH1. VH1.
Dang.
I'm in VH1.
I'm here. Now I'm about to get in the transfer portal, man, and join another podcast, man. If anybody's out there looking for a host,
yeah.
I'm all in.
With good game show music. I'll be a reference for you.
Hey, dang, she like, now I can host. If he's gone, I can host now.
It's like shit. I've been waiting 4 years behind the scenes.
I signed your papers, Moose. I signed off on how good you host the show.
Right.
I got you.
No, hard pass. No,
it's a Run and Jeezy show.
Right.
When we do a Run and Jeezy show, it's actually pretty good. Moose doesn't like it, but I kind of enjoy it.
Y'all do a good job together. No. Hey, did y'all hear about the Karen that attacked a chick in a Victoria's? Oh yeah, we talked about that, right?
Yeah.
We talked about that. Yeah, Big Gates. We talked about that a little bit, man. I mean, hey, listen, man. Who knows? I mean, maybe the Karen.
You know what's crazy?
What's that? What's that?
You know what's crazy? In like 20 years, there won't be no kids named Karen. Like Karen will be obsolete in about 50 years. Like nobody will name their kid.
Great grandmothers named Karen.
That's it.
You don't think anybody will do it?
Like Berta. Like whatever happened to Roberta's?
No. What happened to like Becky? Like Becky, that Karen just like steamrolled Becky for Pilgrim Chicks.
True.
Like it's just like Karen came through like a
wrecking ball.
Beef in a what?
A wrecking ball.
A wrecking ball.
Yes.
Yeah,
we don't know. We don't know any other words except for wrecking ball. I came in like a
Bad Boys.
I came in like a cannonball, and then I'm done after that. Yeah.
You said cannonball, not even wrecking ball.
Did I? Oh, God. Or did I say wrecking ball and you saying cannonball?
No, you said cannonball. Moose got cognitive issues, man. He's getting old, man.
You said cannonball.
Did I? I didn't say wrecking ball. The worst part is you started singing it. You knew what I was. Look. I'm at the age now where I can say, you knew what I was talking about. I'm at that age. Oh, look, Jesus got the greatest album cover ever. He just looks so happy, frozen up like that.
Oh, that's great.
Are you sure, man? Look,
I'm frozen.
Now you not anymore. But you had a great. I wish I had took a picture because it was a great album cover, man. You just look so happy, like you just had one of them frescas with the magenta drinks in it.
No, 100%. So what's up? We getting together next week, man, doing a show or what? What's happening?
We're already on to next week? Are you done with us?
No. I mean, we're going to be live together next week.
Oh, we're all in this together.
I guess that means no, because I got no answer. When people start singing and Moose start typing on the keyboard, that means no.
It's just because I can tell you next week is the 19th. I cannot be sitting somewhere with y'all. Like I gotta be at home because I gotta get up early and I got something to do.
I mean, 100. I mean, we can. I mean, we done shows the compound.
Tuesday's the 20th.
Right? Tuesday's the 20th.
Oh well, shoot. Yeah, no, I still can't. I gotta get up even earlier on the 21st to do stuff. Like I'm back. I'm back. Hey, I'm
back to life.
I'm back on the grind, baby.
Yeah, I'm back to not doing shows on Tuesday.
No, we'll be back. But guess what? Them shows on Tuesday. Not no 2-hour marathon. Oh, all right, folks. Remember where you are. All that. I'm out, dog. I got to, man. Be so super busy. Hey, let me see. Man, you know what? Big Gates, I really like you. Big Gates out of Houston, Texas, man. Shout out to our folks that listen out in Texas, out in Virginia, Japan, up in Canada, and here in Naptown, man. Thank you for listening. My homegirl Gopner down there, BK. All right, so here's something y'all can talk about. I'm sick of women talking about what men should do in a relationship. So what is a woman's job in a relationship? Oh gosh, let me go with Ron first because Jesus gonna smash this thing. All right, so what is a woman's job in a relationship? You can plead.
I think a woman's job in a relationship is I don't want to say it. I think a woman's job in a relationship is to be.
It's your opinion.
I know. I think a woman's job is to be the emotional person. I think the woman's job is to take care of her man, whatever that may be. I think the woman's job.
Trying her best to go there. Anyway, go ahead.
Well, you asked. I'm answering. I think that those roles and those dynamics change over time. I think a lot of them stay similar, but I think additional roles could be added based on various situations and time.
That's funny, man. Hey, real quick, Big Gay said, "Damn, Ron, if you got to think that hard, you need to rethink."
Well, I was trying to find a way to say it without it sounding awful.
Hey, so Jeezy, I can go. Let me go because I know you about to have a field day with this thing. You know what? I feel like a woman in a like I say, they have a relationship. I think that the woman's, I guess, and this specifically to you, Big Gates, to answer your question, I think the woman should complete the man. Like the man should be a whole by himself, and the woman should be a whole by herself, right? But when you put them together, it's like, man, like things become easier for both of them. Life becomes more pleasant. Life becomes more workable because now you got two people helping instead of one person. That's what I believe. That's the quick version of what a woman's life is to complete the man. All right, Jeezy.
All right, Big Gates. What I need you to do, man. What I need you to do is the last 5 minutes that you heard, just erase that from your mind, yo. Like, even erase all that bad information. The woman's job in a relationship is to be what you need her to be. Whatever that is, she needs to be that. Whatever you define, whatever you define her role to be in your life is what she needs to be. And it varies from man to man. The problem is a lot of relationships, women go in thinking this one box, I need to be this for this man, when that man doesn't require those things that you're bringing to the table. That's why...
I would agree with that.
That's why she has to bring what you want her to bring to the table. Whatever that is. If you need her to be your support system, she needs to bring that. If she needs to bring your sexual dynamo, whatever, she needs to be that. If you need her to be your mental, then she needs to be that. But whatever it is that you require her to be, she needs to be that. It's as simple as that. Like, there's no one box that fits every man, because each individual is different.
I don't disagree with that at all. I think that's how successful relationships work, right? Like, you fill the gaps, I guess.
There you go, Ron.
Like each person, like we said, right? Like, you're whole on your own, but like there's parts that merge and you make it easier, but then there's also ways to fill gaps that may exist in the other person or whatever that need is.
Right. Like Ron, you thought I was going to go extra chauvinist with this. I know I was waiting.
I did.
But it's not. It's just the man has to be, first of all, you have to be a man. Like, and by being a man is being that you have to provide what she needs from you, which is most women need protection, security. You know what I'm saying? That's what they need, protection and security, what most women need. They can argue all they want to, but guess what? if the world had no cops, women, y'all would be wiped off the face of the earth within 2 weeks. if it came down to survival of the fittest, y'all would be the first ones to go. Sorry, it's just facts. However, you need men to protect you. That's our job. Our job is to protect our house and provide you with security and provide you with stability. That's what we are doing. And a lot of men aren't doing it. There are men are now going out here and seeking stability and security from women, and that's why stuff is so messed up right now. We have to be the ones that provide that to them, and then they come in and provide us what Ron said with the emotional side, with the understanding, all the things that they can't bring. That's why it works. It's an even balance. There's certain things that I can teach my daughters that their mom can't teach them, but there's things that she can teach them that I can't teach them. There's that balance that you get from having two people, from having a good, stable working relationship.
I think that that's fair.
Yeah. So, you know.
And I think that that further proves that co-parenting is really important.
Yes. You know, but what happens today, and I saw this this thing that I think we talked about, is that women are replacing men with kids. Because they can't have a stable relationship with a man, they then go have kids and have those relationships with their kids instead of other men. And so that's why kids growing up, especially young boys, especially boys with their dad not in the picture, they become, you know, a 12-year-old. Oh, that's the man of the house. No, he's not. He's 12. What can he do?
Right. He's in 6th grade.
Yeah, well, what can he do? He's 12. Like what? You know, I remember one time I was dating a girl and she was saying that she valued her kid's opinion. And I was like, what, the one I give them? Like, what can a 12-year-old tell me about anything? There's nothing that a 12-year-old can tell me that will wow me. Because, like, no, I might be wild that you know that, but I'm like, yeah, you're 12. You have 12 trips around the sun.
No, that's not true. A 12-year-old can wow you.
Wait.
I was going to tell you.
No, he can wow you about how smart they are, but he can't wow you like, man, that was a very profound statement you made.
He can set up your iPhone. He can set up your iPhone. He can program the TV. All that stuff.
Yeah, we know. But I'm talking about like as far as wisdom and being wise. There's nothing you can tell. There's nothing you can tell me. So why would I value your opinion when you ain't paid no bills in here?
It depends on what his opinion is about. Like I said, if it's about Apex games, I'm like, man, you know everything.
No, your opinion matters. No, the only time I care about your opinion as a child is what you want to eat. That's it.
You know what? You better than me, Jesus. I'm like, here's what I cooked today. Enjoy.
Right. I mean, I could be a little more diplomatic when it comes to food.
Good for you.
But outside of that, like, I'm not listening. You have no say so. Your say so is what I say. And that's the way. That's the way it needs. That's the problem nowadays is that we're giving kids adult roles when they don't have adult responsibility
or adult
minds. Or an adult mind. You know? Like the brain is not fully developed until you're 25 years old. No, I'm not listening to you. There's nothing you can tell me. You don't have enough life experience to share anything with me. You know, and even Moose, I go to Moose for advice because Moose older than I. Older than I am, so he has more experience than I do. So I value his opinion about certain things because it's like, okay, well, you've been here longer than I have.
For a hot second, I thought we was doing a Midsummer Night's Dream or something. You were like, Moose,
what you talking about?
His more than I. Thou hast been on the sun more times than thee.
You've been on the sun?
I've been around the sun more times than thee.
You have more trips around the sun than I have, yo. It's true though. I mean, we need to respect our elders, our OGs, man. And listen to them.
You scared me for a second.
They seen it, man.
I was catching an attitude for a second. We need to respect our elders. I'm like, get off my lawn, you kids. I will say today when I got home, my grass had been cut, and I was happy about it. I was like, my grass is cut. My goodness.
But Moose, I said elders and OG.
Yes,
OG,
I'm with you. I'm definitely not elder, but I am OG.
Yeah, you're OG. You know the game that you've been out here. You know what I'm saying? So your opinion and what you know and what you see, you know, I can apply it to, you know, part of my life is like, okay, well, he said do this because he's seen it before. He's been here before. He's been in this situation, so he know what to do, how to say it, whatever. You know what I mean? That's why I think you need to have some OGs in your life, man. Some elder folks in your life, man.
I'm about to give you some flowers because, folks, you guys hear Jeezy on this show. Like he's not really playing the character. Like this is who he is, and he will find something. He'll hear something, and he will be fired up. And two things happen: either he goes to his social media and he shakes up the world with the information, and he really pisses people off, or he gives me a call and he says, "Tell me what you think about such and such," and then he gets loud and he's mad. And a lot of times my opinion is different than his. And the last few times you have calmed down. You're like, okay, man, I see where you at. You know, and I was like surprised. Now here's the funny thing. So he said, okay, the last conversation, I see where you at. And then something came out and he was like, I told you, but I was right there, man. I was before him. I mean, I was cracking up so bad. I was like, daggone it. He duped this dude by about a week. This guy's famous. But Jeezy duped him for about a week before he's like, and then all that does is reinforce the next conversation when you're mad and you call me like, man, what is it? I can always tell it's going to be so you go, now tell me the statistics on how many of this compared to this in the United States. I already know that it's going to be that somebody's going to be in trouble. We're going to be talking about some way of life.
I'm a numbers guy, man. Numbers make sense to me, man. On all levels.
I'm like, here's how the conversation goes. Hey, what's up, man? What's up, Moose? Now, what percentage do you think? Look, we ain't even know like how to go straight into what percentage do you think is this compared to this in the United States? I'm like, man, I do not know. Go ahead. No. Tell me like he trying to bait you, man. He trying to get you getting there. Oh man,
I gotta come up with new tactics now because my tactics is But no, I have questions, man. I want to know. Like, am I wrong for feeling this way?
No, not at all. That's why I said I'm giving you flowers because I thoroughly enjoy it. Matter of fact, I get a little bit in my feelings when you don't answer my call. When I call you and I'm like, then I see you on Instagram smoking a stogie downtown. So I'm like, oh, he's too busy to answer the phone because he's driving? Or he's smoking a stogie and won't answer? I see how he is.
That's not true.
I see how he is, man. I be in my feelings. I'm like, I'm quitting.
Nah, man.
Look, I'm always on the verge. Look, I got my agent just on speed dial. Speed dial's not even a thing anymore, is it?
Hey, no, it's not. It's just one button. Hey, though, and one my boy called me the other day was like, yo, I asked one of your friends, man, did they want to do a sign and trade?
That's funny.
Talking about for his wife.
That's funny.
No, I died laughing, dog. I said, man, call one of your boys, man, see they want to do a sign and trade.
For his wife?
Yeah.
That's funny. That's funny.
Oh, that had me cracking up, dog.
Hey, man, so I tell you what, guys, you listen to HHRS radio show, man. We have done a lot. You know what we got to do before we go, all right? Before we go. We definitely got to get into some brews and reviews, man, because we have not done that. I know it was a big weekend for Jeezy. Actually, for all of us, although I did not partake. Matter of fact, I don't know when I'm going to partake because I might have got spoiled during the pandemic of being able to watch movies on like HBO Max and all that. Like, I'm not sure if I care to go to the movie theater again. I can't remember the last time I've been to the movie theater.
I can tell you last time I went before this last time, it was to see Spider-Man. Last movie I saw.
With the brother? The cartoon?
Far From Home. No, Far From Home.
Moose, I feel like yours might have been Endgame.
Yeah, which was like 2 years ago.
Was it really?
Probably.
I mean 2020 was 2020 didn't happen. So everything was like 2019. We're in 2021.
It's funny you say that because I tell people that I've been living like it's 2019, like no mask, walking around. Look, I got my allergies are back. I haven't had allergies now for like 2 years. My thought for this show was I was going to bring up the pandemic stuff. I was like, you know what? I'm just going to let it ride. I ain't going to even bring it up. I had some more data and stats. I was like, you know what? It is what it is. Let it go. I mean, they already said like over 90% of the people that died were unvaccinated people. I mean, most of them that died, of course, look, 80% of them that died, there was no vaccine for them to have in the first place. Right. I mean, obviously that data makes sense, but even the people that are dying, like the people that are dying now from COVID-related symptoms, still it's a very high 99% number that they're unvaccinated. But I will tell you, if anything happens to me, y'all go get the track people because I looked at my card the other day and my second shot says Pfizer. My first shot says something I never heard of. They got me.
But let me ask you this, dog.
I'm gonna test something.
Hey, you watch the Bucks game. Where's the super spreader at? For sure, all the people ain't vaccinated in the Deer District. 100%. All the people together ain't vaccinated.
No. The United States is pretty much wide. It's open 100%. It's 2019 again.
No, but what I'm saying is, where the super spreader? Because I'm watching games. I'm seeing thousands of people breathing on each other.
You probably won't see a super spreader event anymore because what is it? 70% of the people are vaccinated now. So in that group, you put all the people that are vaccinated together with the people that are unvaccinated, it's not going to be a super spread. It's going to be some people sick. Fact of the matter is, we can still get sick. We just don't get those symptoms that kill us from what they say. Of course, whatever they gave me my first shot, I don't know what it did to me. I never heard of it.
It'll be minor spreaders, not super spreaders.
Right.
Yeah, we can move on. I don't like pandemic talk no more. Because, I don't want to say Jesus.
Nobody does.
I don't want to say Jesus was right.
What?
Remember on this show, last year I said, watch, one day we're going to wake up and it's going to be back to normal like nothing happened.
I mean, that's, you guys ever watch Beverly Hillbillies? Yeah. Back in the day, you ever seen it?
Run for sure hasn't seen it.
I have seen a little bit of it, yeah.
So, Beverly Hillbillies, so Granny and Uncle Jed, they was talking, and Granny, everybody was sick in the house, so Granny whipped up a batch of her rheumatiz medicine to get everybody, not her, to her to get everybody ready, right? To get everybody feeling better again. So she cooks this stuff, and everybody drinks it, and miraculously everybody feels better, right? And so Mr. Drysdale, who's the banker next door, the next door neighbor, sees what's happened. He says, "You have cured the common cold, Granny." And she's like, "Well, yeah, I mean, I've been doing it." That she's from the hills in Tennessee or whatever. She's like, "Yeah, I've been doing this for years. Ain't no big deal." And so Mr. Drysdale gets all the cameras there and gets everybody ready. And he's about, they feel like they're about to make millions and millions of dollars off curing the common cold. And they say, "All right, Granny, you gonna tell a secret?" She's like, "Yeah." She's like, "I whip up a batch of this." She poured in a bunch of corn liquor. She said, "You wait about 7-8 days, and then you feel better again." Everybody was like, "That's every cold remedy in the whole wide world. In 7-8 days, you're gonna feel better anyway." So it was just funny. It's funny to me when you say that. It's like, yeah, at some point we were gonna come out of the pandemic. Anyway, it was going to happen. At some point we were gonna come out of it because it happened 100 years ago. It lasted about 2-3 years. Then it came out of it. And we all know people that live, like overlap people that live. Nobody even talked about the fact that people were wearing masks and stuff. Like we seen it in our lifetime in Japan and all that, but we ain't never lived that. And now we've been through it. So I got a mask in my pocket, I think.
Yeah, so back to the movies, man. We can move on.
Sorry.
Back to the movies.
All right, so
you ain't excited to go to the movies again?
Not out to the theater. Like it never was really a thing for me anyway. They're very expensive nap for me. You know what I mean? So it wasn't one of those. I'm not one of those cats that's like excited when I'm not sitting around on Saturday going, "Man, ain't nothing. I think I'm gonna go to a movie." Like that never ever crosses my mind.
I'm a movie.
Home anyway.
Well, I'm a movie goer, so for sure, like I'm this is the first time being back in the theater and seeing it, and I guess you want to get it right into Bruce Reviews or what?
Let's do it.
Yeah, make it happen.
So I want to review Black Widow. Marvel's back, as they say, with Black Widow. And my overall thoughts on the film is I give it like 3 brews, 3.5.
What?
Yeah, I give it like 3. It's and the reason being, the movie is good, but it doesn't, because it's so far behind. I mean, it's 2 years behind its release, that the storyline is not in line with what's happening. So basically, this is just a Marvel movie they put out that has nothing to do with anything. because we got TV show, we got Loki series, we had WandaVision, we had Falcon and the Winter Soldier. We had all these shows that come out that kind of talk about what happened and moving the story forward. But then you got this lingering movie that has something to do with all of this stuff, but now it's like irrelevant because the TV shows that called us up and told us some different stuff, and then you got this movie you just threw in here that has nothing to do with nothing.
Well,
like absolute, yeah. You know, and then not to mention the villain, the Taskmaster, which, you know, I know Moose knew about Taskmaster. Well, you read some of the comics. You know, really didn't give him nothing to do. Like, it was like, Taskmaster, everybody excited. It's like, everything I saw in the credits, I saw in the movie.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so, I mean, you know.
That ain't no good.
It was, I mean, it was a Natasha. It's not necessarily an origin story, but, you know, it was...
Close to that, right?
It was okay. Scarlett Johansson is just not a lead character to me. Like, she's just not... Say what?
I mean,
she's just not a... She's not what?
We're going to end the show because now your play school is running behind over there. I think the Russians are downloading stuff in your neighborhood, man.
100%. But yeah, I mean, it was okay. The movie was okay. It wasn't great. It was just okay.
All right, outstanding. So 3 brews. I'm shocked. I'm shocked that you gave it 3 brews, but you gave a great explanation of it, so that's pretty cool. I will give. I'm watching on Netflix. I'm watching a show called Ragnarok, and I think it's 2 seasons, and not very many shows, like 6 or 8 shows per season. I just started season 2, and it's essentially the kind of a origin story, I guess, a modern day origin story of Thor. You know, so and I tell you what, man, you know, it's a story about keeping the environment clean, but it goes along with that Norse history. So yes, no, it's pretty good. Now I don't sit down and just watch an episode. Like, I'm folding clothes. I'm like cleaning my bathroom. You know what I'm saying? I'm wiping the sink down. I'm shaving. I watch the show during those type of times. Like, especially folding clothes is the best. So for that, I don't give it any brews. Like, no brews, because I started watching it. I'm not even drinking, right? Except for some red wine, which doesn't do anything but stain my teeth and make me taste fruity. I probably shouldn't have said that, but anyway, I give it a glass of wine.
I binged a show on Netflix called Sex Life, and it was super interesting. I'm going to go with half a brew, but if you're a dude, you probably won't love it.
Okay.
It's not about us loving it. How many brews we got? If we're a dude, what we got to drink? 7, 8, 6 packs, something?
Well, there's full frontal in episode 3, so whatever it takes for you to get through a full frontal of a dude. That's how many brews you should probably give it. But it's like she's writing her diary about, like, what I lovingly refer to as pineapples, the hoe phase. And her husband finds it, and so it's this whole thing. And what's really fun is that, like, her love interest in the show is her real life dude. Like, they're together.
All right.
I would say if you're a dude, maybe you won't love it.
Well, you know, that's going to go along the lines of what Big Gay said about, we talked about earlier. He's like, you know, he wonders what's the reason that women won't just do like what Ron is saying. Instead, you know, the women he comes in contact with, I guess, are like, pay my bills and do this and that and Big Gay. So I'm just going to tell you right now, man, just get away from them and be like, man, beat it, man, scram. You know what I mean? If they don't tell you to pay their bills,
no. See, Big Gay, what you just do is find your woman and say, no, I'm gonna pay my bills and you can come live with me, and then you have a responsibility for other things I want you to do. I'm not paying your bill. I'll pay my bills, and, you know, saying we can make this work together, but I'm not paying yours and mine.
All right.
Interesting.
So, Ron, would you do that? Like, what? So you know, you a strong woman. You take care of yourself. Like, would you Would you move a dude in with you?
Maybe. Only because I like my. Here's the thing. I like my house. I want to be in my house. But I could also. I know me as a human being, and I would get pissed, and I'd be like, "Well, pineapple, this is my house. You can get your pineapples and leave." I know that I would be that way because that's who I am as a human being. I'd be like, "Well, this is my stuff, so you're on your own. Goodbye. See ya."
See, fellas, that's Exhibit A. Why you never move in with a woman? Exhibit A. At the end of the day, she gonna say it's my house. So while you dating, this is ours, but as soon as things go sideways, one time, then all of a sudden it's her house.
Or but if you move her into your crib, then is it her house too?
But no, it's not her house. But the thing is, men don't.
What's she gonna say?
No, we don't do that at the sign of the first argument or whatever. Talking about you get out and get your shit, get out of my house. Like it's a build up to get to that point. Before we throw the my house card.
That's funny.
But also, it's a woman's natural state to be again provider. You are to protect and provide for her. That's your job as a man. So that's why the whole point of her moving into your house is the natural order of things. You are providing a roof for her. You are providing protection for her. That's your job as a man.
Maybe just don't move in with people if you are not pretty certain that the relationship's going to work. Maybe set some ground rules before moving in together.
I totally agree with that. I don't know why we get quiet. Hey, I'm with you on that. I mean, it's one of those things, but I do think it's weird. Like when people, like if a woman will pull that on you. This is my house. Or what about when they move to your house and they say, "Well, this is my house." Like, no, it's either technically it's our house, and before it was our house, it was my house. Like I've decided to share it with you. You know what I'm saying? I think and the fact of the matter is, I don't think people have that kind of conversation. I think dudes go in like, "Oh yeah, you can paint," and then next thing you know, you never painted. Next thing you know, your walls are blue and purple and pink and magenta and stuff.
Bathroom.
You know what I'm saying? Like you don't know what's going on. HHRS Radio Show, man, you're listening. We did a little bit of brews and reviews. I think is that all for the common good of the folks, man? You guys got any other brews and reviews? Any other pertinent information that we need to discuss with our neighbors?
Oh no, I'm Gucci.
Nope. Next week I'll have some more information on this conference and teach you all kinds of things I learned.
Outstanding. Hey, I tell you what. So, man, the life never stops. We are busy. We got things going on. Matter of fact, we might even try to throw in a heavy hitters move night. I don't know what
happened.
I have no
Who
idea.
has mail?
I think Jeezy must still be using AOL.
You hear my thing?
You've got mail. Yes.
Y'all can hear that?
Yeah.
Oh, my little buttons. Oh, that's cool. All right, go ahead. I'm sorry. It's still playing?
No. Hey, this is Moose Gay Big House, man. You know what?
You've got mail.
I'll be here all the week. I probably do have mail, but I have to check since I do not have AOL. I don't know anything about that. If you still do have AOL, Hotmail, or what's that other one people used to have? I can't think of it. If you have anything where you needed a CD to start it, you can go ahead and change that.
All right.
Thank you very much. Hey, so this is Moose Big House, man. I'm cool. I'm about to sit on my porch for a minute and burn a stogie just because I don't have very many days left to really enjoy that.
All right, man.
Jeezy, anything coming for the good?
Yeah, man, just like I said, enjoy your life, man. Live every day like it's your last, man.
The woman of the house, run. EMC.
Man, just enjoy the sunshine when it comes out and be thankful that you don't have to water your plants lately with all this rain.
That is a great... Although I have some plants in my office, like, totally go kaputs because of the rain. Hey, man, you listen to Heavy Hitters Radio Show. Remember, we are where You are.
So get comfortable.
And come on in, your mouth.
Bingo. We'll see ya. Now listen,
Peace.
pause. Wait, pause, because pause, because the video's still going. Yes, it is. We'll see y'all later on video. Thanks for watching.
Recording stopped.